And Leonard, Terrence Crawford saw him hanging out with Floyd after the Shakur Valdez fight, and Floyd's let it be known a few times he would welcome him with open arms to Mayweather Promotions. Is that something you ever think about, getting Terrence on board to make this Spence Crawford fight, make it a Mayweather Promotions thing? Or
well, as it relates to that, Floyd is the guy who calls all those shots.
Right.
Okay, Floyd is the best scout out there because he's the biggest name in boxing. You know what I mean? So he has a way of attracting guys that I could never do. You know what I mean? My job is to run the business.
Right.
You know what I mean? To put us in the best situation and build our events and make them as big as possible. As it relates to that, Floyd knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
You think the fans get that fight?
Which fight?
Spence and Crawford?
I don't know. I don't know because at the end of the day, it comes down, you got two tremendous fighters. Earl being the much bigger fighter, the bigger attraction, the whole nine. So they're going to have to agree onto a split of the money. And see, I understand. I'm one of the few people who understand what the business is. See, so I know what kind of money is involved. And sometimes these fights, and I'm not suggesting this fight at all, ain't as big as people think it is, because again, it's like we use Canelo as a prime example. Here it is, he's the #1 pound for pound guy, the biggest attraction in the sport, and he just did fucking 300,000 buys. Forget what that clown's saying. They did. I know what the number was. You know what I mean? It's like, so a little over 300,000. A little over 300. The satellite and the cable combined itself, which traditionally has been the two biggest pieces of what you do, how you determine, was about 125,000.
Which, and I guess.
And trust and believe this, we already know how the loudmouth is. If they would fucking did 600,000 is a fucking tremendous number. If they'd have did 600,000, he'd have been screaming and yelling that last week.
You think Canelo could win a rematch with Bivol, or he ran into?
No.
Dang.
He can't beat Bivol.
Dang.
What if Bivol came down to 168?
You can't beat him.
Why, Leonard?
You can't beat him.
Just the guy got his number?
Styles make fights, and it's no matter what he does, the guy's big and strong, and he's not just gonna stand there. He's just not gonna stand there. And all the tricks that Canelo do, it's like he has experience too, and he took advantage of timing. And he has a very good jab. He's the bigger, stronger guy too. So everything that Canelo was trying to close the gap and do different things that we see he do against other fighters. And again, I've always thought that he's a tremendous fighter, and I've always recently had him as the best, and he has been the best. Canelo has been the best.
Floyd, we saw he bet on him, and he always said he had problems with the jab. And looks like
because
that.
We know boxing.
Right.
We know boxing,
right.
and it's like there's certain styles that gonna create problems with guys. That's what I'm telling you. Next Saturday night, this is gonna be a tough fight for both guys, because Rolly has an awkward style, and Tank is Tank. You know what I'm saying? And so when you bring that together, it's like this. In this shit right here, anything can happen. That's all I'm just saying. It's just like you never can count anybody out. The heavy favorite. How many times have we seen the heavy favorite lose?
A lot.
Especially recently.
Yeah. How many times have we seen that?
Colbert Garcia, Joshua Ruiz won.
Joshua Ruiz. I mean, you can go down because I'm telling you, it's like when you get in here, it's different. It's different, especially when I think what it's gonna come down to is that who can take a shot. Not that somebody's just gonna be standing there, but again, anytime you have two tremendous punchers who come together, somebody's gonna get caught. This is not gonna be a fight that both guys are running around the ring. That's not gonna happen. I think from round one, you're gonna see them come there and they're gonna figure that shit out.
We might see Rolly counterpunch. You never know.
You listen.
There's a method to the madness.
Listen, my man. Listen, Sean. I'm telling you. As recently as 2014, I seen Floyd get hit with a shot from an awkward ass fighter.
Maidana.
Okay?
Yeah.
And the shit is coming awkward, not necessarily slow. It's just like, damn. You know what I mean? It's like you know, it's like Floyd's been the slickest guy out there, and it's like it's hard to kind of time that stuff. You know what I mean? And it's like because it's coming from weird angles, and so
because you get used to slipping straight, sharp shots, not
sharp
those
shots,
right.
and it's not the traditional stuff. It's
Right.
not the traditional stuff, and it's like you think you have something figured out, and anything happens in boxing. Anything happens in boxing. You know, a guy gets tired, and then again another guy picks it up, and it's like again, it might be like